Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral, joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command. As always, thank you ever so much to everyone that stuck by me for the last month. Unfortunately, if you have been watching my Discord or following my Discord, you will be aware that I'm off this week, so I'm going to release as much content as I can in the next few days, probably 2 or 3 videos with a couple of streams, and then I will be going again until the end of April. So again, there'll be no content until the end of April, probably pretty much the beginning of March. We're looking now. So thank you very much for sticking with me, everyone. I can't thank everyone enough. Welcome to the new subscribers, as we have had a couple. We are now over 700 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So obviously power on towards 1,000, which is our main goal. So yeah, hopefully we can get there this year at some point. So this video, what we're going to talk about is what a few other content creators have spoke about in the last couple of weeks, last couple of days really, and that is going to be the roadmap update that Scopely have introduced on their site. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually talk about the roadmap, how it's going to pan out, how it's going to work, and then hopefully we'll get some good, some bad, some potentially ways they could go about doing it in a better way than they have done in the past. And obviously I want your thoughts on what you would like to see as well, because some of the stuff in this, I've read through it briefly, very skimmed through it. A lot of the stuff is very good for the game, and it definitely adds a new dynamic. However, there is definitely other things that they could have added to the game, which is what I want your opinions on. Let me know what you think they should have added to the game or could add to the game as part of this roadmap. But anyway, let's crack on. We'll come to my game update in just after the roadmap. So, looking at the actual roadmap itself. So it's the March 2021 roadmap. So commanders of obviously we just wrapped up the TOS arc. Just so everyone's aware, I did not get the battle pass for both arcs. That was just something that I wanted to do. So I just wanted to make everyone aware of that. But yes, so we had a few changes. Obviously, we had the second builder, we had ship refits as part of this arc, which are all very good changes. The second builder is a good change, however, you got to pay for it, which I think is wrong. I think it should be part of the tech tree, and then you just have to research it. Once you get above probably level 30, you should be able to research it. However, they obviously wanted to make. I know it wasn't very much money. I know it was only £5 for me personally. It was only £5. However, that's £5 that I definitely did not want to spend on the game just to get a second builder, and which is why I believe it should have been obviously researchable in some form or another. Other than that, so moving on to officer away teams. Okay, so this is a new thing that they're going to be looking into doing. So with the away team, commanders will be able to send basically officers on special assignments around the galaxy doing certain things. We made a lot of progress in this feature and made a share screenshot. This is pretty much the screenshot of what they believe it's going to look like. And essentially what it looks like it does is it looks like it can give you officer shards as a reward. It looks like it can give you some form of resources as a reward as well. There has a specific chance as well, it seems, of success rate, obviously, as you can see here. So chance to be successful is 90%, and then crit bonus is a 10% chance of crit. If you have obviously this obviously in particular this officer to start with, it's going to use resources. In this case, it looks like it's going to use power steel to obviously run. I imagine it's not going to be limited to power steel. Probably use other resources depending on the sort of the type of mission that your officer is going to be going on. So this is going to be quite interesting in the sense that you're going to have to try and plan ahead, because obviously certain officers you'll probably want to use for certain types of missions or events or wherever these come under, and then obviously they're going to then have to be away from your ship for that period of time. So you're going to have to try and think of what officers you want to send away, why you want to send them away, and then work around your ships in another way, whether you're doing PvP or PvE, depending on obviously what officers you have at the time. Secondly, to add to the secondary builder, they're also adding a second research queue. This is probably the one that I believe is wanted the most out of all of them. The building one was nice, however, I think it was unneeded. I think the two main ones that most people wanted was the second research queue, which is what this one is, and I think this was like, I would ranked it, this would have been second anyway, and then the builder would have been third. And number one, I think, which is what most people want, which is certainly what I want, is a second ship repair as part of your station. So multiple ships can repair themselves all at the same time instead of having to wait around. That would have been absolutely so much better than the builder one. This is also a good one though, so I'm not going to knock this one. The secondary research queue is definitely a good one. It allows you to research, like, obviously two things at the same time, which means you're going to get through the research so much faster. Going to have to keep an eye on your resources though, because just because there's a second slot, you're going to be going through resources faster due to the nature of you researching faster. So this is a good thing. I am looking forward to this. Hopefully they don't do it as the same as the builder, and hopefully they make this a researchable item for people. However, the way it looks on the screenshot, it looks like it's going to be identical, which means you're most likely going to have to buy it, which is going to be then that £5 limit for this as well, presumably. I don't know the cost, but I'm guessing it's going to be around that sort of price. And then there's going to be a new event types. So we're always looking for new, interesting events, and have recently added several new types, like server milestone events and mysterious scrambling, obviously communications events, which I did in the last arc as well. Managed to complete it all. So the ticketed events as well, which I've been, some of them have been okay. I think some of them definitely need a restructured point system. But that's all. This was a new thing for Scopely, so I'm going to guess hopefully they've learnt from that and they're going to restructure some of the point systems as part of these, because some of the stuff in there, the point systems were way out of whack, and some of it just took way too long to do, or to even get, which obviously means you're losing out on certain resources. So this will continue into the coming months, and we're currently working on several new event types. For example, face-offs event, which debut in the new milestone race mechanic, delivering big rewards to the first player to reach a specific score threshold. Server versus server leaderboards, which is quite interesting. The server versus server ones, the face-off ones, we kind of get that anyway, to some extent. But the server versus server leaderboards, that they're going to be quite interesting, because it means you can start competing against other servers. It can be a round robin. You go against all different servers at different periods of the year. So that'll be a really good thing to do. Hopefully they can integrate that to not just be servers within your region as well. So it's not just EU servers for me. It could be us against American servers, or obviously Eastern servers like Australia and so on, because that would be an interesting thing to do. And then looking at consumable buffs, have you ever wished you had a bit more firepower, defense, or a little more miles per hour? I presume that means, so your fleet could truly go no man has gone before. We have that their English is really bad, which is why we're in early stages of development of a wide variety of consumable buffs. Again, hopefully these are obtainable through events and not just locked behind a paywall. I can guarantee these will be a payable thing you can get in the store, which is perfectly fine. If you want to be able to purchase these, then that you should be entitled to purchase these, and this is a good thing that they can try and sell. However, hopefully they're not locked behind that paywall, and people can get them within events or special mission types or something on the lines of that. So free-to-play players can also obtain these. They just might not be able to obtain, obviously, the same quantity as someone who is paying for them. But that is perfectly fine by me. Consumables are used in every type of game that I pretty much know. They're a very good way of being able to, in the short term, boost your survivability or whatever it may be that it's boosting in the short term. So that is something that could be really, really good for this game. Presumably they're going to be time based, so you'll activate a buff and it'll last for probably like 12 hours to 24 hours to a week or whatever, just like the shields are basically, and they'll last for a certain length of time. And then going on to the last bit, because more and more players now, as the servers get older and older, more players are getting to that level 40 and above, to the G4 ships, to the G4 materials. So as servers progress on through the years, this is something that they're going to have to do, which is looks like they are going to be. We are recently adding a balance pass. We recently did a balance pass on the G4 ship repair costs for the level 40 players, and we are looking to continue making improvements for overall 40 plus experience. Expert additional tweaks to the economy, new challenges to face off against, quality of life improvements, and some G4 ship buffs down the road. I'm not entirely sure why they need buffs, but it is what it is. I can understand why they do the ship repair costs, the improvements, the balance in economy, and the lifestyle choices. All them types of ones I can completely understand. The G4, how like the buffs to the G4 ships, I don't really understand due to the nature of the G4 ships being stupidly powerful as they are anyway, compared to especially the lower levels. Anything lower than a G4 ship, other than the jelly, but even a jelly will get outmatched eventually. Eventually, should I say? Yeah, I don't know why they need buffs, but it is what it is. So they're committed to making Star Trek Fleet Commander an experienced commander, able to enjoy for years and years to come. To us, this means not only providing regular monthly content updates, but ever bigger investments in supporting the end game experience for our more dedicated players, which I completely get. There's still far more for Commanders to chart in the final frontier, and we're looking forward to sharing how the Fleet Command universe will continue to expand. Reminder, everything mentioned is in work in progress, so they might not hit the live servers precisely as described, and we cannot yet provide an estimated time. So basically, disclaimer, this is all subject to change depending on how it runs in the potential testing of it, or then when it hits the live servers itself, it might be a flop and they might pull it. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what the outcome draws for the game, because it might vary for us. So overall, going off that roadmap, I would say it is looking pretty promising overall. It looks like they've listened to a few people, and certainly things are getting done and updated within the game. There's a few things there I would definitely have liked to have seen this year, but however, I won't dwell on them. Please let me know what you wanted to see this year, like before maybe some of the ones that they're trying to offer. I just hope they roll out some of the things like the secondary research and stuff like that. I hope they roll that out a little bit better than the builder one. Other than that, I think we've got some promising things to look forward to in the future. So just going on to a quick game update for myself. So if I go to factions, so as everyone knows, I'm trying to head towards the Augur at the moment. I'm not too far off now. I managed to get myself up to 121, so we're only 29 away now, and we've nearly got another 6,000 to get 5 more chests. So we're actually only about 24 away, because I will get that 6,000 today because I haven't done faction hunt as of yet. So I'll get that today. So we're actually only 24 shards or blueprints away from getting the Augur, which is obviously going to be our next big ship. I have been saving up as much obviously as I can. So I'm trying, obviously I didn't realize that it used crystal because I had a mind fart basically. So I've been saving up my uncommon ore, and I've started to save my crystal now as well. And I've pretty much saving gas because I'm not really using it right now. But we started to save crystal again. I know we're going to need more than this, but it's certainly a start in the right direction. We've got over nearly 3,500 uncommon ore as well, which again, I know it's not going to be enough to upgrade it substantially, but it's certainly a start in the right direction. Other than that, we have now done the entirety of the base, so everything now is 34, other than a few bits and bobs like the refineries and stuff like that. So we've got a couple of the refineries, but all the warehouses are done. We're just doing a scrapyard just to basically do it. But we can upgrade to level 35 if we wanted to, ops-wise. Oh, can we stop moving, please? Thank you. Yeah, we can go to level 35 ops. However, we're just going to hold off on that until we get to the auger. Once we get to the auger, we might consider going up, but highly doubt it, to be honest, until we get at least the shipyards or the ship hangar done and then the refinery up to level 34. Once they're both up to level 34, I think then we'll go up to level 35. We need the vault up to 33. However, though, which is obviously going to take some time. Other than that, hopefully this has been a good update video for everyone. A little bit longer than usual, but I did have a lot to fit in, so hopefully you don't mind it. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the videos. If you enjoyed the content, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down, and let me know why in the comment section down below. Also, please let me know your thoughts of what you would have liked to have seen in the comments down below. And hopefully we can have a conversation down there of good, bad, and sort of subjectable sort of things. Lastly, if you are on today, then don't forget to come to the live stream later on today. I will be posting a time on Discord, so look out for Discord. If you haven't already, links down below to join that. So look on Discord. I will be going live later on today, so go check that out, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.